Jonathan Baber on behalf of Mr. Hargrove.
All right. Is Mr. Hargrove here?
I do see a Ronald Hargrove
Here.
name. There we go.
Okay.
Judge.
I think I just heard him. He's coming on. All right.
Thank
Okay,
you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Hargrove, go ahead,
Yes.
Mr. Baber.
Yeah, today is the date and time set for a couple of things. It's a status conference, Judge, but it's also a hearing date for my motion to withdraw. I'm really just going to rest on what I put in my written motion for this court. I really can't disclose too much more in regard to what the conflict is between me and my client without risking attorney-client privilege, and I don't want to waive that on behalf of Mr. Hargrove. But I do believe there's been a breakdown in the communication between me and my client. We just aren't seeing eye to eye on certain aspects, and I want to respect his wishes on how he wants to have his case represented. So therefore, I'm asking this court to consider withdrawing me from the case.
All right. Mr. Hargrove, well, first of all, Mr. Baber, you are appointed to represent him. Is that correct?
I
Yeah,
am.
I do see that in your motion. Okay, give me just a second to.
And I want to stress to the court too that Mr. Hargrove has been very respectful. It's just a situation where we just do not see eye to eye on certain things.
All right. So, Mr. Hargrove, you understand what, without getting into details, because I've read the affidavit of Mr. Baber, but do you understand what he is saying?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if I allow him to withdraw, which is what I'm leaning towards right now, I'm not sure whether there will be another attorney appointed for you or not. I don't know.
No, I was just confused about a bunch of things.
Right. But, when there's a significant disagreement as to how to proceed, an attorney cannot go ahead and present something to the court that the attorney believes is not justified by law or fact, even if his client thinks it is. So
All right, guys, here's where things start heating up. Melly enters the courtroom with that same eerie calm that's followed him since day one. But then, boom, the camera catches his stare. Fixed, cold, unblinking. Prosecutors call it menacing. The defense calls it misunderstood. Whatever side you're on, this moment is unforgettable. It feels like the room itself takes a breath and holds it. That's not acting. That's real tension.
the only question is whether or not Mr. Baber should be your attorney or not. He's filed a motion to withdraw saying that he can't, basically you have a disagreement on how to proceed. That's too significant for him to proceed.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to allow him, Mr. Baber, was there an order that accompanied your motion?
No, Judge, I will prepare one and present it to the court by tomorrow.
All right, that's fine. I'll go ahead and sign that. Mr. Hargrove,
Yes, sir.
you wish to have another court-appointed attorney?
No,
Or do you want to represent yourself or hire your own attorney?
well, I guess I'm not going to get anywhere. No, my questions aren't being answered. So I don't know what to do.
Well, I need an answer. If you want to request another attorney, I can have you interviewed again by MIDC. They may or may not appoint an attorney for you or allow one. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess I'll go forward with an attorney and
Okay,
because
so here's
I have a witness and some other things. I guess I
Hold on tight, because now we get to the part that sent chills through the courtroom. The prosecution plays back surveillance and phone data, pinning Melly in a timeline that the defense desperately tries to blur. Meanwhile, Melly's face, ice cold, no flinch, no twitch. You can feel the weight of every second. The room's locked in, and it's clear this isn't just about evidence, it's about energy, demeanor.
I'm going to appoint one for you. Ms. Parker, is Mr. Brown there?
Yes.
He has, he just popped on. Mr. Brown, this is a bit of a new one on me. I don't know if you heard it all. Mr. Baber was appointed to represent Mr. Hargrove. He withdrew because they had some disagreement on what should be presented to the court. And I've allowed the withdrawal. Mr. Hargrove still wants a court-appointed attorney. Does that have to go to Mr. Slough, or is he simply re-interviewed by you?
I don't necessarily know if he even needs to be re-interviewed unless things had significantly changed, as he did have a court-appointed attorney. So unless things have significantly changed, I don't think a withdrawal would require a re-interview. I think he would just have to be appointed another attorney.
All right, so we'll notify Mr. Gilo's office of that. Mr. Hargrove, that attorney would be appointed for you. You'll be given the name and number of that attorney. You should give them a call. Pam, if you call, or that attorney would do, also let them know they may want to call Mr. Baker.
I'll try to remember.
Yeah, okay, I get it completely. But Mr. Hargrove, I suspect that if this attorney has the same situation that Mr. Baber does, you may end up representing yourself or having to hire your own attorney.
Well,
Okay.
I wish you would just please answer my question.
Well, that's nothing that I can answer in a situation like this. The only question, you need an attorney, you've requested an attorney. If you're the next time you come to court, I won't be here because there'll be another judge. As my term ends at the end of this month, in about 10 days or so, 12 days. So any argument would be presented to them, but it has to be done according to the court rules that we're all bound by.
This is where things get personal. YNW Bordlin takes the stand, and the tension between co-defendants becomes crystal clear. Watch Melly's reaction, half amused, half unreadable. There's no direct exchange, but every pause, every glance feels loaded. Prosecutors imply betrayal, the defense leans into loyalty, but this silent showdown says more than any testimony ever.
43189 ST. I see you, Mr. Hargrove, on Zoom. You represented by counsel, Mr. Hargrove?
I represent Mr. Hargrove, Judge.
All right, thank you.
What we're going to ask the court to do is accept the plea to count one with the second offense dismissed.
Mr. Fortier, is that an accurate statement of the agreement?
I don't know yet, Your Honor. I can't find the case for some reason.
All right, I'll give you a second.
Mr. Gilo, did Miss Brooker email you that offer?
Yes, on the 9th.
Okay. Then yeah, Judge, that would be what we're gonna do then.
All right. Mr. Hargrove, you've heard the attorneys talk that there is an agreement being offered to you that if you plead guilty to the first offense of operating with your license suspended, the notice for second offense, which enhances the penalty.
Now here's the twist. Lyrics as evidence. The prosecution reads aloud from Melly's tracks using his own words to paint him as a killer. Defense counters with artistic expression. But when the jury hears, "I got murder on my mind" in this setting, it hits different. Eyes shift, jaws tighten. You can feel the courtroom recalibrating. This is where the lines between persona and person start to blur dangerously.
Would be dismissed. Is that what you want to do? You're on mute now, Mr. Hargrove. You're going to have to take your. There you go. Is that what you want to do today? I'm sorry.
I just had a few questions.
Well, you're going to need to talk to your attorney about those questions. Do you need some time to do that?
He can't answer them for me.
All right. Well, then what are your questions? Let me see if I can answer them for you.
Okay, well, I don't understand how you can be the trustee of my SESTA KV account, Ronald Gene Hargrove II, and not have my best interest.
I'm sorry, what, I don't understand what your question is.
How can you be the trustee of the SESTA KV account, Ronald Gene Hargrove II, and not have my best interest?
What is that account that you're referring to?
Oh, God. The SESTA
Yes,
KV
it
account
is, but
that
go
everybody
ahead.
most people have, and you're the trustee, just like the Secretary of State is trustee of it.
Because the energy in this part is off the charts. As the medical examiner walks through the autopsy report, things get graphic. You see Melly clench. His jaw break eye contact for the first time. This is the human cost on full display. 2 lives gone, and the science behind how. No rap bars here, just blood, ballistics, and the brutal truth of what bullets do.
Gil, do you have some additional information that I'm not picking up on?
No, Judge.
It's just something that I believe in, and I've seen evidence of, and
What leads you, Mr. Hargrove, what leads you to believe that I'm your trustee?
because of a former case I've seen.
A former case, what former case are you referring to?
In Roscom, and a friend of mine asked the judge that, and he couldn't answer him. So
That's probably because it's not factually true. What information do you have that leads you to believe that I'm a trustee for you?
At this time, in that case, the judge quit 6 months into his new
Closing arguments bring everything full circle. The prosecution paints Melly as cold, calculated, and deadly. The defense? They argue there's no motive, no murder weapon, just a narrative built on assumption. But what really grabs you is the jury's stillness. They're hanging on every word, every pause. The outcome is still uncertain.
It was about this particular case. You've alleged that I'm your trustee. I'm asking what information or proof that you have that that is true.
So you're just denying it?
I don't know of any information that it makes it true.
Okay. If it was
What information do you have?
if it
I'm
was
sorry,
a
Mr. Hargrove,
misdemeanor,
go ahead.
if it was a misdemeanor, would it be true?
No. Misdemeanors and trusts have nothing to do with each other.
Okay,
There
well,
has to be some court order for me to be a trustee for you. For anybody to be a trustee, there has to be a court order. Do you have such a court order?
no. I just believe that you are my trustee of the SESTA KB account, Ronald Gene Hargrove II, and that's.
Could you speak a little more clearly and tell me what that account is?
I'm not sure. I just believe that you are my trustee, and if you deny it, then you deny it. Okay, we'll move on from there. I guess, and another thing is I paid $1,000 for a reinstatement fee, but you guys keep saying I don't have a license. And where did my $1,000 go? I don't understand this.
Who did you pay
paid
$1,000 to, Mr. Hargrove?
the Secretary of State or the
Then you
state
need
of
to
Michigan.
ask the Secretary of State.
Well, I believe I have my license, and they just keep, there's a screw up somewhere.
Then you need to contact the Secretary of State, but I'm not connected to the Secretary of State. I'm the court system. I work in the court system. I don't work for the Secretary of State, so I can't tell them what to do. If you believe that you paid the money and you should have a license, you need to contact the Secretary of State.
Okay. Well, knowing that I think I had a license at the time, doesn't that change things?
It would change things only if it were true, and I don't know that it's true.
I
Just
don't either.
because you believe it doesn't make it true. Me and the prosecutor has agreed that there is an offer on the table for you to plead guilty to operating with license suspended in exchange for dismissal of the second offense notice, which makes this a much more serious charge.
Okay.
Do you want to accept that today, or do you want to have some additional time to speak with your attorney?
No, they don't have nothing to say to me. Their best interest is of the court. So I'll take that, and I would hope to get the same fine everybody else did today. Thank you very much.
Well, I can't guarantee that because you're in a different circumstance than everybody else.
Well, I'm pleading guilty to the same offense they just pled guilty to.
But your background is not the same as theirs.
You know what?
Oh, that was, you were up for an arraignment this morning.
Yeah,
That was at 8:30.
Yeah, I dropped my son off at 8:30. I didn't know because the court didn't open
Okay,
up
so
till
what we have
8:30.
to do,
So I'm trying to figure out how to get it.
well, I don't think you're
this
gonna,
county,
you're not gonna, I don't think you're gonna, are you gonna have time to address that? You wanna go through an arraignment?
please.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Then you go discuss it with Mr. Sierra.
We talked already.
What's that?
We talked already.
You already talked? All right, well, let me finish.
Form's already submitted.
Okay, let me take care of these here quick and I'll get right to you. Let's go in the record in the matter of People State of Michigan versus Brown, file 2444177FY. And state your name, sir.
Quentin Brown.
Assistant Public Defender Dario Sierra appearing on behalf of Mr. Brown for the purpose of arraignment.
Very good.
We have reviewed that felony file. I waive reading at this time. I'm speaking with him. He had asked it a set for the probable cause conference in the prelim. After he has just advised now that he would like to self-represent. So court-appointed attorney is being denied by Mr. Brown.
Well, it's not being denied.
He was previously
declining to
granted,
accept it.
so I.
All right. You sure about that? You want to represent yourself when someone goes to school for many years to
Yeah,
learn
I'm
how.
I know